without a warning, without a sound. We woke up one morning to a world turned upside down. Everything changed in the blink of an eye, dealing with the unknown and trying to survive. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We've been through quite a battle, like none we've ever seen. We kept hoping we'd wake up to find out it was all a bad dream. But that day's never come. It'll be a while yet, with more obstacles to overcome and challenges to be met. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. And when this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more.
The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. One day I traveled to Berlin, just where the wall was. They tore it down in '89 in the name of love, but to some of us the wall still stands, and to some it never did. The problem lies not in the stones, but in the minds that build it. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. Everyone around the world all feel the same emotions. The children know what Lenin said, that all we need is love. We've glorified the intellect and sacrificed the heart. Let's blow the walls to kingdom come. We all can do our part, yeah. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. Paradise is nothing but a state of mind when there's love in your heart. Unity is waiting just around the bend. Now's the time for us to do our part. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers.
All there is God. All there is God. All there is. No more doubt or confusion. I release pain of illusion. Yes, there's only one solution. Yeah, yeah. What I found is oh so simple. Deeper love in a temple, and I found it in the stillness of my soul. 'Cause all there is God. Oh, yeah. All there is God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All there is God. Let me hear your voice. All there is God. Now I'm resting in the knowing that my good is overflowing, and my faith is ever growing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, take me back to the beginning. I feel the Spirit moving in me. Make me stronger, make me willing. Yeah. All there is God. Oh, yes. All there is God. Oh, everywhere you turn. All there is God. All there is love. All there is love. All there is peace. All there is peace. And it passes all understanding. All there is truth. All there is truth. All there is God. All there is God. All there is God. All there is God. God is all there is. All there is. Now I'm resting in the knowing that my good is overflowing, and my faith is ever growing. Yeah, yeah. Take me back to the beginning. Feel my spirit moving in me. Make me stronger, make me willing. Yeah. All there is God. All there is God, yeah. All there is God. Oh, God, everywhere you turn. All there is God. Love. All there is love. Love. Peace. All there is peace. And it passes all understanding. Truth. All there is truth. God. All there is God. All there is God.
I am here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. I am here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. We are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all.
welcome to the Pod Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community. We believe that there are many paths to one divinity. So what does that mean for a Sunday morning, a Sunday evening, a check back during the week? We have 9 speakers and 9 musicians, and we give them a topic, usually one word, and that series, or that set of topics, makes a series. Each week, one speaker and one musician bring back their faith representation and interpretation of that topic. It has been a wonderful and profound experience for all of us, and I know for us as well. How can you participate in this community, in this process? We encourage you to join us at www.peopleofdiversity.org. Right in the middle of that page is a big old donate button. You can hit that button and make a choice about how you want to participate. Make a weekly tithe, set it up to just come out naturally, or make a one-time tithe, however you want to play. But we encourage you to do that.
Last week, we closed out our series on community with Reverend Celidia Junis, and her musical guest was Donna Frost. It was an excellent service. We really enjoyed it. A good send-off for the community topic for sure. This week, we start our new topic, which is prayer, and I'm very excited about this one. As I mentioned last week, it's a common word and concept, but I have a feeling that from our 9 speakers, we're going to get quite the variety of different interpretations. So yeah. I'm sure it's going to be good. This week we're starting off with Swami Dhumavati from the Kashi Ashram, and her musical guest is Jennifer Ferren. Jennifer's always great. She's part of the family. So that's this week. Next week we will have our Zen Buddhist friend Dave Vidito, and his musical guest is Keith Leon. Cool. So that'll be a good Sunday. Speaking on prayer. Past services are available on the People of Diversity Facebook pages, Facebook group. Just go there, click on it, and ask to join if you're not already a member, and we'll definitely let you in. And we're encouraging people to please do that, because we have heard a vicious rumor that I think is true that Facebook, for whatever reason, is doing away with their watch party function. So if you're used to getting on here by going to Scott's page or my page and joining our watch party, or other people that do watch parties, that's not going to be possible anymore. So so go to the Facebook pages and ask to join, and that way you'll get notifications when our events are posted and when the services are getting ready to start. Following the morning service, we will be doing our deep dive, and it's live. The link is below, and it's also in the event, and we get to see each other and chit chat in real time. And I believe that Swami Dhumavati will be joining us. She usually does. Yeah, she usually does join us, so that'll be good. And you can ask questions specifically to her about the message. On Sunday evening at 5:45, we will rebroadcast the morning service. So if you missed the morning service, or you would like to see it again, or you want to send someone else to it, it'll be there. And then that service gets pinned to the top of our Facebook page so that you can go back and watch it anytime if you would like to. Save the date. Save the date. We keep talking about this, and it's happening. It's coming together nicely. April 7th from 7 until 8:30. That's a Wednesday. So a Wednesday evening, we are doing our 2-year pod anniversary celebration by having all of our speakers. Only one speaker is not going to be able to join us. Rabbi Pat cannot join us because that's heavy into some of their seasonal things that they have going on at her synagogue. So all the rest of our speakers will be joining us, and we are going to let them introduce themselves, and we have 3 or 4 questions that we're going to ask, and each speaker will have a couple of minutes to address that question. So it's going to be really interesting. They're looking forward to it because they're going to get to finally see each other kind of in person live. And so save that date, April 7th from 7 until 8:30. Each week we bless the state, and I'm very excited because this week is Tennessee. Next week is Texas. So if you have fun facts or pictures from Texas, send them to us and we will use them in our state blessing. And I put in a picture for Tennessee of mine. So born and raised. So some fun facts about Tennessee. During the Civil War, Tennessee was the last state to recede from the Union and the first state to re-enter after the war. They got the nickname the Volunteer State because from the number of soldiers from Tennessee that volunteered during the War of 1812 and the Mexican-American War. Tennessee also deployed more National Guard soldiers during the Gulf War than any other state, the Volunteer State. There are more species of trees in Tennessee than in any other state, and a lot of that is probably because it is home to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which is the most visited national park in the United States. The Capitol building in Nashville was designed by architect William Strickland, and he died during its construction, and they buried him in the Capitol's walls. That's a little weird. Elvis Presley's home in Memphis, called Graceland, is the second most visited home in the United States next to the White House. Coca-Cola Bottling Company was started in Chattanooga by 2 attorneys who bought the bottling rights for $1. That was a good move. Tennessee is home of the world's largest freshwater aquarium. And the word Tennessee came from Tana-See, which is Cherokee for the gathering place. Yeah, I like that. So we want to hold the people of Tennessee in our hearts, knowing they want the same things in our lives that we do. They want beauty and peace and abundance, good health. And we bless them and we say these words together. May peace prevail in Tennessee. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me.
Jennifer Ferren. I've always appreciated Jennifer because she jumps out of her incredibly hectic world, and drops down into that studio. And I don't know why I say down. It could be upstairs, right? Dave's place is upstairs. Drops down into her little studio and just creates wonder for us each and every time. And every time it's specially recorded for this moment for us. And we are so very, very grateful for how she plays and how she shows up. Swami Dhumavati, same thing. She is having a ball with this. I know that Kashi is kind of set up as that multi-faith place where people can land. And I appreciate Swami's ability to bring us that Hindu yogi perspective, and I'm really looking forward to what she has to say on prayer.
Me too.
So without further ado, we'll see you on the other side.
There is no you, there is no me, there's only energy. Breathe it out and breathe it in, feel it shift and then transcend. Allow the ebb, allow the flow, allow yourself to just let go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Vibration raising. Each breath is praying for all that can be, for love and peace, for clarity and harmony. it shift and then transcend. Allow the ebb, allow the flow, allow yourself to just let go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Vibration rising. Each breath is guiding all that can be. Love and peace, clarity and harmony. Ooh, feel the strength that never ends. Allow the ebb, allow the flow, allow yourself to just let go. My prayer. I now use the gifts I have and bring them to the table. Filled with all life's passion, Lord, I'm willing and I'm able to loose these chains of doubt I've had and watch them disappear. Cruising through my life as everything's becoming clearer. 'Cause I am a light in this world, and I'm a child of sacred word, and I have gifts that I choose to bring. My path is blessed each day. This is the prayer I pray. Searching for compassion in the innocence of youth, guided on my way from day to day. I learn my own truths. I do my best to learn the first time, so the lesson's not repeated. I fill myself with mighty strength when I feel defeated. 'Cause I am a light in this world, and I'm a child of sacred word, and I have gifts that I choose to bring. My path is blessed each day. This is the prayer that I pray as each dream awakes inside my heart. Wash away the fear that I am clear and I can do all the things that I am here to do. I am a light in this world, and I'm a child of sacred word, and I have gifts that I choose to bring. My path is blessed each day. This is the prayer I pray. My path is blessed each day. This is the prayer. My path is blessed each day. This is the prayer that I pray.
is Swami Dhumavati, and I'm coming to you today from Sacred Kashi in Sebastian. And our wonderful topic for today is prayer. So before we begin today, I'd like to start with a mantra. The mantra is to Ganesh, the elephant-headed god, whose purpose is to remove obstacles. Om Namah Ganesha, Om Namah Ganesha, Om Namah Ganesha. In the name of Ma Jaya, Neem Karoli Baba, and Swami Nityananda. So this topic of prayer is an interesting one for me in particular, perhaps, in that in the yogic practice, in the yogic path, in the scriptures of the yogis, prayer isn't mentioned so much. And I've been thinking about that. I'm like, well, it isn't that there's not connection with a divine presence, that there isn't an interaction. But I think in my mind of prayer as being considered sort of I'm talking and saying what I need or asking for something and somebody's listening, right? It's kind of like a bit of a one-way street, if you will. And I think that the concept of prayer within the Vedic yogic concept of things is more oriented to meditation. It's more oriented to getting quiet and listening. And listening to what needs to be done, listening to our own wisdom. It can be, and this is a very broad topic and many different perspectives, so I'm just giving you my perspective today, that prayer takes many forms. And I even, through Ma and the yoga that she has given us, called Kalinata Yoga, she would describe the yoga as a moving prayer. That the whole series of movements done with awareness is a prayer in and of itself. And in our tradition, we use ritual, right? We do fire puja. And that is moving prayer. So prayer for us has the aspect of being still and being quiet and listening inwardly. And it also has an outward manifestation of doing things with great awareness of the body, of the energy, and connecting using the movements, the rituals to connect to divine energy and source. And I would also say that the mantra, like we just did the mantra, or I did the mantra at the beginning, and that is a form of prayer. That is a vibration that we put out, that it puts out into the world, and it affects the immediate space around us. It affects our bodies in a form of prayer. So I'm going to, as always, well, pretty much always, I'm going to read a little bit from Ma Jaya about her thoughts about prayer, because it's always a good perspective. So this is from her book, The 11 Karmic Spaces. And actually this section on prayer is in the karmic space of indifference. So she's using prayer as an antidote, if you will, for the times when we become indifferent, where we feel overwhelmed and we just can't deal with caring, right, for whatever reason. So this is what she writes. So the subheading here is, be generous with your prayers. Many times we do care and want to do more, yet we feel powerless. For example, we know we can't make someone want to give up an addiction. And no matter how we may love someone who is an addict, nothing seems to help. One answer is prayer. There are many kinds of prayer, and sometimes we pray for something specific that we want. That's one kind of prayer, but it isn't quite what I mean here. Instead, when faced with the pain of the world, practice the prayer of awareness. This means to open your heart in the presence of God in any form, in the presence of the universe, or even in the presence of your higher self. Just ask the universe to listen to your silent, wordless heart. You could do this as you watch the terrible images of war and disaster that fill the TV. You could do it as you think of the sorrow of someone close to you. You could even do it as you feel your own pain, as long as you steer clear of self-pity. Know that someone hears you, always, and share your open heart, wounds and all. In this way, whole countries can be prayed for, and the tiniest things can be prayed for. Nothing is too big or too small. Such prayers are heard, although how they are answered is not for us to understand. The breath is another type of prayer. As you breathe with awareness, as you use the breath to unlock the infinite, eventually you may find that you live in a continuous state of prayer. So let's take a moment to settle into this, to pray, if you will, to get in touch with our own wisdom, our own knowing of what needs to be done. So often we come to situations where we're challenged with some situation and we don't know what to do. We, like Ma described, we're at a loss as to what to do. So let's sit together and get quiet. So make yourself comfortable wherever you're sitting. And draw the attention inwards. Get in touch with your breath as it goes in and out of your body. Feel the rhythm of the breath and what the body can tell us through the breath at this moment, right now. And if we can use awareness as we're watching our breath, the quality of the breath begins to shift. And each aware breath becomes charged with an essence. In yoga speak, this is called prana. It is a life force within the breath. Become aware of that. Become aware of the subtle energy of the breath as we bring awareness to it. And then bring the awareness and the breath to the heart, as if the heart was connected to the lungs, and on every in-breath you're breathing directly into the heart and creating space on the in-breath for the heart to gently open and expand within your heart, within your chest rather. And then on the exhale, again, as if the breath was directly connected to the heart, breathe out any tension, any tightness, any heaviness and darkness that you may be holding in your heart right now. Just let a little bit go on the out-breath. And continue to breathe deeply and with awareness into the heart. Enjoy the breath. Feel gratitude for this way of connecting directly with life itself. Right? Without breath, there is no life for us, at least in these bodies. So feeling your heart, and with your focus still turned inwards, start to listen to your heart. Let the breath gently explore what is being held in the heart, what needs to be heard. And now, particularly at this time of COVID, there have been many stressors. Life hasn't been going as we have expected it to go. We have had to change our habits, our ways of doing things in the world. And when we have significant changes, it can cause us stress. And also the stress of the potential to get sick and loved ones to get sick. So listen to the heart. The heart is holding a lot these days. And if there's some situation or some individual person that has come into your mind as you breathe in and out of your heart, let your focus gently turn to that person or that situation. And again, with your breath, don't engage the mind in analyzing stuff here. We want to listen to the heart in this. And I don't necessarily mean all the emotions of it. It's more listening to the wisdom of the heart's innate knowing. And sometimes, like Ma mentioned with the situation of somebody battling addiction, there is nothing that we can do per se, but to hold that loved one in light. To hand over, as it were, the reins to our higher power, to our form of the divine that makes our hearts fill. Allow the divine space to bring their blessings into this moment, into the situation, into the life of the individual who you're concerned about. And it may be, as Ma described, a situation that's happening within the world around us, and there's certainly plenty of opportunities. To open a space within us for connection to the divine and blessings. And bring that light and those blessings with awareness to yourself this moment too. Feel the body filled with light. So that you are becoming part of the offering, becoming part of the prayer, part of the direct connection to Divine Spirit, whatever words you use. Fill your heart deeply with grace, with blessings. Hold this space and allow it to expand within your body and overflow into the room around you, and then into the world around you. And know that this connection, this divine energy is boundless. We just have to remember to connect in. So taking a deep breath into the heart, and with awareness bringing the hands to pranam and opening the eyes. And I say namaste to us as we do our best to live our days in continuous prayer, continuously connected to our beloved, to our form of the divine, that each breath is sacred and charged and full. And we become a source of light from the inside out, continuously filling from the deep well of the divine's love. Namaste, and thank you for being here today.
Close my eyes and connect with that deep divine, one power in my life, my only source, my only God. Come on, let's go. My one and only prayer is that I won't forget to close my eyes and to connect to that divine, one power in my life. My only source, my only God. My heart is so open, my mind is so clear. Yeah. All you is here, and I stand with you. My one and only prayer is that I won't forget to close my eyes and to connect to that divine, one power in my life, my only source, my only God. My heart is so open, my mind is so clear. Yeah. Just had one prayer.
It's always from here to you and everyone that I see. It's never lost, sometimes forgotten, but now I remember. And it's my prayer. That's right.
Thank you so much, Jen. You're always just do such a great job for us. And like Scott said, you always make it so personal and special just for the pod. And we really appreciate it and so happy to have you as part of this family. Swami Dhumavati, you too. We really have. I'm just so happy that you have joined us on this venture. And you're always so inspiring and yet practical and down to earth. I get a whole lot of everything every time you speak. It's just it's very educational and very enjoyable, very inspiring, and we appreciate you too. And we'll see you in the deep dive. So Philip, thank you, Philip. I know this is a challenge, some weeks more than others, and you always come through and make it wonderful and great. And we appreciate you. If you are out there in the world and need these kinds of things done for you virtually or live, Philip is actually getting a little bit more live stuff going on now. So if you're out there in the world and you need his expertise, get hold of him and he will help you out. So join us immediately following this service, the morning service, from 11:45 until 12:15, 30 minutes. We talk about the service and we enjoy each other's company and get to see each other, and it's on our deep dive. And then tonight at 5:45 we'll rebroadcast this morning service, and it's not live like the Zoom deep dive is, but we can get in the chat box and shoot hearts and do that sort of thing. So we'll see you then.
So, www.peopleofdiversity.org, that's how you can join us from a service place. Hit that donate button and do what you're moved to do. We're going to take a moment right now and just say thank you. So if you'll just plant your feet on the ground, take a nice deep breath. Spirit, thank you for this opportunity to give back, to be in circulation, to be a part of all that is happening and all that is truly coming back to life and restarting. As we move into this new series and as we move into spring, we say in gratitude, Amen. So don't click off because we've got the funnestest part so far. You don't even flinch anymore. I'm going to have to think of a new word.
Yes, you are. No flinching.
So this is our energetic healing circle. We do this at the end of every service. If you'll think of the people in your life that need some support, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, and bring them to your mind's eye. This is where we're all going to come together and pray for them, for each other, for ourselves, that we might grow and be supported in the process of peace and love and light. So we'll listen to this song together. Have an amazing week. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
One power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord. Call it Buddha, Bahula, angels' wings or heaven's door, but whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love.